at that fuego, yeah. Stay with that sauce like Alfredo, yeah. Blessings, they come when he say so. Hold up, hot to my haters.
With MTMV Sports, the Huddle Up, man. I'm so happy to be joined today by everybody on the squad today, man. So it's not the whole entire squad today, but it's a good portion of the squad ready to talk what's going on in the NBA and what's happening in the NFL. As you all know, y'all know what tonight is, so we can't wait to hop into that. Before we do, though, I got to go ahead and give everybody their shot or their chance to say who they are and, just kind of say what's up to the people. Go ahead, Conrad. Say what's up.
Hey guys, it's Connie West Side, the best side. Hey, check out Campus Connect, man. You know we out here, bro.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Miles, what's good, bro?
What's going on, man? This is your boy Miles Austin here with MTMV, NBA correspondent, Hard in the Paint, NBA updates. Let's get it.
Awesome. We saved the best for last. Venora, what's good?
Facts.
Hi, I'm Bernard Lewis, also known as Nora Natish, and I'm the host of the V Report.
Awesome, y'all. All right, man. So y'all know what it is, man. It's the 22nd. Y'all know what tonight
Yeah.
is. Yesterday kind of
Yeah.
felt like Christmas Eve for a lot of people because they knew
Right.
like the next thing was the NBA season after a
Yes, sir.
phenomenal offseason where they dominated headlines over and over and over again, right? The NBA is ready to kick off, and the question is, will the actual product match the hype of the offseason? That's
Oh,
kind
for
of
sure.
something that we're gonna talk about. But the first thing is, it's a very simple question for everybody here. Are you excited?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. As an NBA correspondent, I have to be. I think what's happening with the NBA now, I think the first two games, obviously the Battle of LA happening at 10:30 Eastern Standard Time. But the first game to me with the Raptors and the Pelicans, I'm not really sure like how these two teams got matched up. Like I feel like we could have saw something a little bit different with Kawhi leaving and the Pelicans not having. I guess it was kind of the Zion Williamson show, but just finding out that he's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. The opening game is a little bit sloppy. Between the two teams, it's a two teams full of good players. But we're going to see how it happens. I think the Battle of LA will probably dominate the headlines tomorrow, so we'll see.
Which
Well, I'm
which got
almost. Uh,
which got you excited, Conrad?
well, I'm always excited for my Knicks, man. I've been fighting for them to have like just a minute of just a winning spirit, and I think RJ Barrett's going to bring that to my Knicks.
Yep.
He's going
Um,
to be nice.
Yeah, man, he's already looking good. I saw him in the preseason game. I was really impressed with him. I'm excited what Kyrie's going to do with Brooklyn right now, and I know that
Definitely.
KD is out right now for a whole like almost a whole year probably. So yeah,
Yeah,
and then
just
I
about.
think I think I just got robbed with the whole entire Zion thing, man. 6 to 8 weeks? Are you
For
serious?
sure. 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. He actually tore his meniscus and
Ooh,
they're not even sure when it happened. They can't even tell a pinpointed date. Did it happen in the game? Did it happen in practice? They can't tell.
That
Tore
boy is
meniscus,
big.
had surgery. He's bro. And to put into perspective just how big Zion Williamson is, does everybody remember the number one pick, Greg Oden, going to the Portland Trail Blazers?
yeah,
don't bring
He
don't bring
he
up
was
Greg, man.
he was injured, couldn't play, ended up just like kind of dropping out of the league and quote unquote retiring. He is
Hmm.
35 pounds heavier than Greg Oden was when he was drafted.
yeah, but he's also like shorter significantly.
Shorter, yes. He's
So like,
six. I do believe that he's 6'6". Greg Oden was 7'1",
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So
which
it's
makes
so
no sense whatsoever. His
but
knees are
I think
getting
it's the whole
all
entire
impacted.
bounce thing. You
Oh,
know,
for sure.
yeah,
His, the way he jumps, the way he plays, how he attacks the basket, and how he lands on his knees. The stuff is crazy, man. A torn meniscus was bound to happen. So
oh yeah,
it's not surprising to me, but at the same time, I think he should take the 6 to 8 weeks and take the time to lose 20 or 30 pounds and get a little bit slimmer. You talk about somebody who came into the league number one pick
Insulting.
in '03 and LeBron. He was 45 pounds lighter
yeah,
than Zion is right now. It's with the same bounce. So talk about losing 30 pounds can change the rest of your career. So why not even do it?
Yeah.
And did to come find out today that he is knock kneed. I never noticed it, but he
he
is knock kneed.
is. You didn't
So
see it?
now, yeah. So I never noticed it, but now you think about that jumping, how hard he jumps, how hard he lands, knees knocking against each other. It was
Mm-hmm.
bound to happen, man. So they're going to have to figure this thing out.
Yo, we've been joined by Will Smith, man. Thank you so much for joining us, Will. What's good with you, bro?
What up? What up? What up?
Yeah,
Well,
we're
How y'all
talking about
doing?
a subject that you don't
Brandon
really like too
Ball.
much. We started off talking about basketball. We're just talking about what's getting you excited. We'll come back to you in just a second. I'm gonna give Venora's opinion because I know this ain't really your deal, but maybe something got you excited about the basketball season that kicks off
yo,
tonight. Venora, talk to us, man. What's got you excited about the NBA season?
As a Knicks fan, I am excited to see how we play this
two of
year.
y'all?
Yeah,
Jesus.
yeah, real diehard. I ride my
Okay.
team all the way to the
That's
end.
good. That's good.
But I'm also excited about the Rockets because I love James Harden. I love Russell Westbrook. So I can't wait to
That's a
see
good
them.
look. That's
I can't
definitely a
wait to
good
see
look.
them. So that's what I'm
That's
excited
scary.
about. That's all
I
my
don't know.
energy towards that.
They make me nervous, but they're definitely a team in the West for real.
I'm nervous, but I feel like they're better now. They're better than when they first played
Oh,
together.
for
I'm
sure.
ready.
For sure.
So I'm
Yo,
super excited.
for all these Knicks fans, which I'm so confused. I never knew Conrad liked the Knicks. That was just one thing. That's new to me. Um, but whatever. So cool. How y'all feel about Mitchell Robinson?
I think he's a great piece. Now I'm talking from outside in. I'll get the Knicks fans on to get a different opinion, but I think he can be a valuable piece moving forward if he takes the necessary steps as he goes into his sophomore year. I think he can be a good piece to what the Knicks are trying to build out of they're kind of the embodiment of we're gonna play the cards we were dealt. We got RJ Barrett, we got Mitchell Robinson. Their big signing over the summer was Julius Randle. You're gonna have to continue to play with the people around you and kind of make that team work as best as possible. They have some good pieces. They just got to put it together.
Well, it's
All right.
almost like this.
Well,
But real quick, it's almost like this though. With the whole entire like owner situation, it seems like every time we get someone that's like just super great or on the verge of being great, it seems like they
Sure.
want to trade him away, and I don't
Yeah.
want that to happen to him. So so I'm kind of
Yeah.
scarce for my team right now. Like,
We're gonna talk about it. Promise.
All right. Venora
yeah, we'll
said
get to
time,
that.
guys. All right. So Will, something that got you excited about the NBA?
The Lakers and AD.
Hey,
Yeah,
I mean that's he talking right.
Okay.
yeah. I like
Okay.
that kind of. And then, of course, them and they play the Clippers tonight. What's going on tonight?
Battle
And
of LA, yeah, baby.
yeah.
Mhm.
Well, the Lakers and AD is what I really want to see, man, and see how they mesh together, and just see LeBron can get them back to the ship.
Talk
right.
to
That's the
me.
plan.
All right, now here's my question, y'all. We're going into the NBA season. Last week we talked NFL, right? This next topic is just basically this. You look at the NBA overall. I need to know from Miles first. Who's your top 5 contenders, man? When you look at the NBA,
Yeah.
who's gonna end up in the top 5 overall?
Top five, I'd probably have to go with Lakers, Clippers, 76ers, Rockets, and the Bucks. I'm gonna say the Bucks. I'm gonna pull Bucks at the tail end because I think Giannis kind of loses the kind of the story that he had last year,
Mm.
kind of building and taking that team to 60 plus wins. MVP, they were great from the start. One of the best defensive teams in the league last year. Um, but I mean, you got to say the battle of LA with defensive team and the Clippers, Lakers star power, Rockets star power, and the 76ers. I mean, getting a piece like Al Horford, man, that was a great pickup in the offseason. They did end up losing Jimmy Butler and JJ Redick, but I think the 76ers are going to be good. If Ben can make a 15-footer, bro, the sky's the limits, man.
Right.
Good luck on that. Venora, where you going with that? Top 5 contenders. Who you got?
For number 5, I still have Golden State. 4,
Mm.
I have the Bucks. Number 3, I have the Raptors. 2, the Clippers, and number 1, the Rockets. I feel like we can go
Wow.
all the way. Yeah, yeah, I'm going. I'm going all the way
uh,
there.
I'm
I will
lost.
ride that list by myself.
Wait a second. I don't understand.
You got the Rockets at 1?
Yep,
Did anybody catch that the
I'm
Lakers are
going
not in
list.
her top five? Did anybody catch that?
Yeah, I caught it.
Was I the only one? Okay,
Ah,
I want to make sure.
don't
She
don't
has the
trust Ron.
Raptors in her top five, but not the
Yes,
Lakers.
I
I'm lost.
do.
I
Yeah.
caught it. I don't just come on, man.
The Raptors are gonna lose in the first round. Like, what are I don't know. Are you expecting Pascal to be
Is there some
amazing?
validity to the fact that AD's already suffered a little bit of an injury? He is injury prone. And
Yep.
if he's missing, then this Lakers team does not look like they looked. Actually, even last year, they looked bad. If AD's
Yeah,
gone.
guys. You
So
gotta
what
This is
also
happens
a
if
consider the
AD's
fact that
missing?
Luka's
How
injured.
this is a
formidable is this Lakers team?
totally different team. Even if AD was to go down, there's no way that LeBron and a bunch of solidified role players, not just kids, not Brandon Ingram, Lonzo Ball, Josh Hart. These are solidified role players who know their role. You're talking about an Avery Bradley, a Danny Green, um, Rondo, JaVale, Dwight. These people know exactly what to do and how to play their role.
Did you just say
There's
Dwight Howard? Did you
Oh,
just
of
bring Dwight
course.
Howard? I
Have you
cannot.
seen
Stop.
the?
I
You guys
cannot.
haven't watched. You guys haven't seen Dwight Howard in the preseason. This is
Stop.
how
I've
I know
seen
you're not.
Dwight Howard. That's why you
This
need
is
to
how I
relax.
know you guys aren't watching the
Come
NBA.
on, bro.
You need to
First off you
relax.
put a
Come
team.
on, bro.
First off
The
you put a
guy
team
that
full of
said I
role
was a
players in the
wizard.
top five.
I'm a
Say again.
magic guy that became a wizard.
Dude's nice. Y'all gotta see his game. I'm still trying to find validity in the fact that you put a Raptors team that's full of role players in top five in the NBA, top five contenders. But that's neither here nor there. But we'll see how this thing plays out. To not have the Lakers in top five seems ludicrous to me, but it's not my list.
Well,
So
then let's hear your list. Let's hear your top five.
my top five would be the Lakers, Clippers, Rockets, Bucks, and 76ers. I don't know how you have the 76ers are probably the number one team out of the East to me. I'm not even gonna
Wait. No Celtics?
no Celtics. Out of the East?
Yeah, how would you leave my Celtics off?
Did you say my Celtics?
Bro, when have they been your Celtics?
I can't
Wait,
even
hold
deal
on.
with you right now.
Guys, let me get this one. Let me get this one, guys.
Wait, how you gonna get this when yo? I just found the
uh,
Knicks today. If you don't,
no, let
you
me
don't
get
get
this
out
one,
here.
sir.
I
No
didn't even
bullshit.
check you
Oh
when you
man.
talked about. Look, I ain't even say nothing when you kind of went through their roster and you didn't really name people. I ain't even say nothing. Don't do me, yo.
Well, it's hard.
I
It's
can
hard to
talk about
name
my
Knicks
Celtics.
players,
No,
man.
I'm just. I don't like them.
The Celtics will be a good team. They'll be a top five team in the East, but they're not coming out of the Eastern Conference. I think when you have somebody like the 76ers and the Bucks, I honestly don't even think the Raptors will be in the equation. They'll probably end up losing in the first round. I think what they're lacking is an experienced person and a leadership that Kawhi brought to the team.
Oh,
Um,
if I gotta challenge you there, bro, I really do, because if you look at this Celtics team, I think they're pretty much all the same pieces they had last
yeah,
year, right?
yeah,
And Enes Kanter's there as well, right?
facts. Yeah,
So now they got Enos, and plus, if you look at it, right, they have Jalen Brown, right? They have Tatum. They have a good point guard, but without the problems in the locker room, right?
for
You still
sure,
have Brad Stevens at head coach. You look
for
at that
sure.
team. If you looked at them last year, you thought they would come out of the East when LeBron left, right? Now you're looking at a team overall. Just when I get rolling, all right. So you look at a team overall that has none of that stuff, right? They
Yeah,
have no problems, none of that locker room problems, and now they should be gelled, right?
yeah.
I'm thinking that they do something this year, and
They'll be a top four team in the East,
I think they
and
come
I
out.
don't I don't I don't think they make the finals.
Okay, all right, y'all. So Venora call time. We have to move over from the NBA to the NFL. It
Yeah,
is
yeah.
time to talk about what's happening with. There we go. Will's ready. All right, so it's time to talk about what just happened today, right? Like I'm walking around, I'm chilling. Last week we had Jalen Ramsey to the Rams, right? And we asked
Yep.
about the ramifications, but that was last week. Now this week we have something new, right? We have Mohamed Sanu. I didn't want that to rhyme, but it did. We got Mohamed Sanu headed to the New England Patriots. Oh man,
Crazy.
they're looking for wide receiver help, but they keep finding it, right? First it was AB, he wasn't the answer. They get rid of him. They go off and they find Mohamed Sanu. Not to say that Mohamed Sanu may be a world beater, but he adds something to this team that they didn't have, right?
Yeah.
What happens to Mohamed Sanu with the Patriots? How does that impact their race, right? They're already undefeated. How does that
Yeah.
impact their season?
Well, I know you're gonna jump and go crazy. This is your sport, but I just want to put out there, we've watched and seen what Tom Brady can do with no names. Look what he just did
Yep.
to the Jets, 33-0, and all he had was Edelman out there. That wasn't even 100%. The rest of it were undrafted, second round people just out there. Tom Brady will make you look good regardless. All you gotta do is catch the ball. That's it. You don't need no name. So aside from that, do what you do well. But I think Mohamed Sanu is gonna have a heck of a time in New England.
And as though Brady only had one touchdown and then he had an interception. It was the defense that did most of the
Yeah.
work versus and the
Oh,
Jets
yes.
ain't.
Oh, yeah. Yesterday, of course. I'm just talking about like just in through history, we've seen Brady take no names and make them great and take them to the Super Bowl. And getting somebody who is relatively better, even at 31, in Sanu, going at the tail end of his contract, in his contract year, I think he'll do something right there. It's a nice target to have for Tom Brady. Believe that.
Now they gave up a second round pick for him, guys. Do y'all think that was too much?
That's a good haul for Atlanta.
That's too much.
Atlanta got a good back on that one.
But
That's
why
too
would
much.
you give up Sanu? Just
So,
being in Atlanta, why would you give up Sanu?
yeah. So apparently that was like his last year. He's in the last year of his contract, and they didn't have plans to sign him back. So they were just like,
Yeah,
let's see
but
if we
he's
can get
still a
something going.
good third option wide receiver.
He is, but they're 1-6. What they looking
Yeah,
forward
so
to?
the Falcons don't care about winning this year, so
No,
they just
not at all.
Right.
That's over with.
Apparently.
If you caught the tail end of that game, if you watch though, Brady's not the same cat.
Oh,
Because
no, not at all.
when you get pressure on him, if you pressure Brady and he don't even want to get hit. That's how
Yeah.
quickly he just throw the ball away and dump it off. And he got upset
Oh, for
about
sure.
round and call. I'm like, man, he was not trying to get hit. So if you get pressure on Brady, you know what I'm saying, he's gonna make some mistakes. So you can coerce him into making a mistake and throwing the ball, throwing the interception. And
So
the
I
Jets
want
are a
you.
great team.
So just think about this, and you don't have to answer it now because I know you could probably go on a tangent with it. But what do the Kansas City Chiefs do with something where they don't have a lot of pressure up front when you're talking about getting to Tom Brady? He's had notoriously he's had time to throw back there. So even if he doesn't get hit, what type of pressure does the Kansas City bring? Now I want you to think about that. You're not answering now because I don't really know the answer to the question either. But
Because what I'll say is like, well, against the Denver game, I think we're finally turning our defense around. You have to remember that this is the first year that they've been in that scheme and that system with Spags.
for
And
sure,
so we have new players. And I think, and Frank Clark, and though Denver is not a great team, they were on a 2-game winning streak.
yeah,
And so they kind of proved last night that they have that capability. And Chris Jones gets pressure. So Chris Jones didn't even play. So we do have the capability to get pressure, whether it's on blitzes or Tyrann Mathieu coming off the corner. So we have ways of creating pressure and getting to the quarterback. And you got to think about once the Chiefs face the Patriots, we should be healthy because Patrick Mahomes will be back.
he's what 3 weeks minimum.
Yeah, Sammy Watkins should be back.
Gotcha.
I'm not counting on him though, but Tyreek is back. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm excited. I want to see Tom Brady go down. The only solace I have in watching Tom Brady is knowing that I watched the best to ever do it. So that's it. Other than that, I don't want to see the Patriots win another Super Bowl. That's just me though.
Game when we face him. We'll be at full health, Lord willing. So
yeah, man.
All right, so I got to ask y'all this, right? We're looking at 49ers. The 49ers are a surprising team this year, right? We talked about it last week. Everybody kind of brought it up when they talked about their list, right? Who makes their list? The 49ers made some lists. They should make some lists. Right now, they're the only undefeated team in the NFC, right? They are walking through people. Granted, their schedule is not heavy, but no matter who they're facing, they're beating them up front, right? That defensive line is legit. It's filled with first rounders. They look good. Today, they made a statement. Now, they haven't had a lot of wide receiving threats, yet they're undefeated, right? So they went out and they acquired wide receiver Emmanuel Sanders from the Denver Broncos. And yes, he is 32. At the same time, he's nice. He's a great piece, right? And they weren't the only team trying to get him. Are the 49ers making a statement with this trade? Are they basically saying that, hey, we think we're here now, right? We have Kittle, now we have Sanders, right? Garoppolo's looking good. Are they making a statement with this trade basically saying that we're contenders and we think that we can get to the Super Bowl this year.
You know they're making a statement. You know it. They made a statement years ago when they decided to focus on their defensive line. So that's one. Now, when you go out and get a Sanders, man, first off, 32 looks good right now. The age 32, I mean, that dude don't age, bro. He still is fast, he still is agile, he's still quick. Dude got hands for days. I think I think they made a statement. They said straight up like we are going to come out and we're going to acquire the best talent so we can get the Super Bowl. It's time for us to become that winning culture that we were back in the day. Which, hey guys, straight up, spicy talk. Don't forget, man. We out here, dog. Spicy talk. Your boys right here. We're gonna try to talk spicy because I got some things for you. But back to what I'm saying about the 49ers. They put themselves in place to be the number one team in the NFL.
If you're gonna do a plug like that, I need you to come back strong. Okay. you did the plug and was like, yeah.
Hey, I like my
yes.
plug, man. My plug is awesome. I don't care what anybody says. I got good.
I would
Venora, what's your thoughts on this one?
I like the Emmanuel Sanders trade, but after this past weekend, I'm a little iffy on the 49ers. Like, you guys should not be struggling with the Washington Redskins. That was a disgusting game to watch. And it was like
raining.
The defense. Yeah,
you,
so it rained.
You put the weather in there at all?
Sus, it was raining, sus.
Venora
rained all the time. There's snow games, but I just saw a really bad game, and I'm just like, I don't know, yeah. Like now I got back a little bit. I was jumped in with like all excitement, but I was like, but I like Emmanuel Sanu being added to that offense.
Yeah.
I'm worried about Jimmy Garoppolo because how I look at it, he looks more like the weak link on the team than the actual ballers.
See,
so,
hey sis, that's spicy, sis. You want to go with that? What's good? What's good?
Venora got mad spicy talking. I can
go on that ledge.
Jeez.
Wow.
That's how I feel about it.
Ice is real on that one.
Yo, Will, what you feeling, man?
Feeling good, man. It was something I forgot to say. Do I got to talk about the Niners?
Yeah. I know you want to talk about the Chiefs. You can't bring every conversation back to the Chiefs.
Got to bring it's real quick. It's a point I wanted to make, and I forgot to tell y'all that Mahomes' injury could actually be a blessing in disguise because otherwise he would have been playing the whole season with a hurt ankle because they wouldn't allow him to sit and
the high ankle sprain. So
now he gets to heal his knee and his ankle and come back 100%. That's it. But the Niners, I haven't really got to watch them play. Dang, Venora, you hard on them. It was raining hard in the mug like cats and dogs. And so
can stand up, man.
The passing game was looking like that game, but I think the 49ers were able to still run the ball a little bit. Yeah. But we'll see, man. I'm not sold on the Niners. I just because I don't know. They ain't been the Niners since Steve Young and Joe Montana.
Look, bro, I'm gonna tell you this.
Colin Kaepernick days.
Look, I'm gonna be dead honest with y'all. Will, you ain't seen him. Miles, I think you have seen him. Venora, apparently you've seen him, right? Bro,
you haven't seen him,
bro. I've seen him. They passed the eye test, bro. Okay. They passed the eye test. When you watch them play, that defensive line is legit. Yeah. It's scary, right? Yeah. Like especially coming off the edge, right? You got Bosa coming off the edge, especially with that.
Bosa's a problem.
Yeah, now it looks different. Now I know y'all remember that Kaepernick 49er team, right?
Oh yeah,
but that defense was ridiculous. Yeah. Y'all remember that?
Yeah.
Now, so think about this on the outside. Huh?
They had both Smiths on the line, dude. That they was wreaking havoc.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, but this team wreaks havoc from all states, right? Now you also have Richard Sherman on the outside. I mean, you have a formidable team. It's a formidable squad, and the defense looks scary, y'all. All right. So here's my last question, right? We got to address this with these trades. Does the trade today for the Patriots? We'll go Patriots first. Does the trade today for the Patriots put them in prime position for Super Bowl contention And I mean, they're always in Super Bowl contention, but could they go 1, undefeated, right? And 2, definitely to the Super Bowl.
I want to take this time out real quick to apologize to Benora for my comments last week. First off, I got a lot of heat from some of my sisters over here in Tallahassee. They saw the podcast as like, yo, so what you got to say about the AKAs? I'm like, nah, bro.
All right.
So wait, hold on. Before
Patriots to the Super Bowl or no?
Just wait, I got you. Patriots, they're gonna have an issue because Baltimore is looking a lot better than I thought they were looking, man. They actually look like a problem out here, and with adding Marcus Peters, man, I'm just like, wait.
That's a big piece.
Patriots might have somebody to, and then Rick, I want to apologize to you. Buffalo is actually out here like trying to squad up. You know what I mean? So like,
they look good.
So I want to say to y'all too, man. Patriots don't have a chance coming out of the AFC with those two teams, and
don't have a chance. Wow.
Yeah, man. And not only that,
they've already beat the Bills.
And then on top of that, on top of that, you still have like the Chiefs sitting there looking like a snack, and I'm just like, yo, come on, bro, like, I mean, you can't just get by Dolphin wins alone, bro.
Will ain't cracked a smile yet, bro. He was like, yeah, bring it to the Chiefs though. They got to come through Kansas City.
Well, they got even besides the Chiefs, man, you got the Texans, you got the Ravens, you got
teams is looking good.
The Colts. So there's other teams that I feel like can knock out the Patriots because they don't have a strong offense. They're going to have like their defense has to have a great game every time, and so Thompson has the ability to break down that defense. Lamar Jackson has the ability to break down that defense or make some plays. So the other team has a defense based on the Patriots offense, you know what I'm saying? So it's not a definite that they're Super Bowl contenders. They always are every year, but it's not a definite that they'll make it to the Super Bowl.
What do the Kansas City Chiefs do with Mahomes out for 3 or more weeks, depending on what the turnaround time for the injury? Does that look like I'm trying not to give Ernest a compliment, but I have to at this point because Sean Payton to me has showed his coaching skill through going 5-0 without Drew Brees, with Teddy Bridgewater, and the offensive scheme that they've looked like. I've seen the plays, I've seen the schemes. Sean Payton has put out a good coaching product there. Now, does Andy Reid show up in these 3 to 4 games that they possibly have to be without Patrick Mahomes?
I think so. If you look at Andy Reid's track record as far as just coaching mediocre quarterbacks and making them look good and being able to get something out of them. But I'm saying, if you look like it wasn't it? I can't think of the quarterback's name, but he's had a few that's been okay, but they look very good in his system.
Alex Smith, Nick Foles.
Nick Foles, Alex Smith. Who's the other guy's name? Anyway, but I feel like he's going.
You're talking about McNabb.
Nah, not McNabb.
Okay.
Kevin Kolb, you remember him?
Mm-hmm.
He made him look okay. So it's like he's gonna mold that offense to Matt Moore's strengths, and I think it's gonna force him to run a more balanced offense and rely on the run a little more. So they'll get back to running the ball with McCoy and William. The Williams, they're not brothers, but both the Williams. Yeah. So I feel like if we can go 2-2, that's a great one. We go 3-1, but I feel like we can go 2-2. We'll be okay. We can still even be in the first place in the AFC West with 4 losses.
I think this is going to be the Chiefs before Patrick Mahomes and King check down Alex Smith. I think that's what it's going to look like for the next couple of weeks, and playing that slow up the field, march up the field type of offense. But I think it's going to be good. I think it's going to be a test of Andy Reid's real coaching, what he can bring to the table and what he can make the Chiefs look like through these next 3 to 4 games without Patty.
Yeah, and Matt Moore still has ability. I mean, he still threw a 50 to Tyreek Hill. He had that play to Tyreek Hill that he threw. That was perfect. But on the dime, and he didn't have any reps with the number 1. So now he's going to get more reps with the starters. So I think we'll be.
Yeah, I'm excited to see it, bro.
I'm gonna say this, man. I really don't see real talk, I don't see a lot of teams that can really shut down the Patriots offense. I've seen teams do it this season a little bit, right? But you gotta admit, Josh Gordon wasn't fully healthy all the time, right?
Yeah.
They just haven't been at full strength. You're gonna get Mohamed Sanu, right? You get Mohamed Sanu now. You have at least somebody out there. Jacoby Myers is becoming a part of that offense. I feel like the Patriots they have a lot more to go. They also haven't had Ben Watson, right? He was out on suspension for a while. That he just came back. Now they finally have a tight end that they could possibly go to because they haven't had one for real. Izzo is just not that guy, right?
Yeah.
If this team really starts to pick up, they can actually only go up from here. That's scary to think. They're already undefeated, but they actually offensively can only go up from where they are right now. Yeah. So those are my thoughts. All right, guys. Yo, it's been a great show. Thank y'all so much for joining us this week. Man, look, shout out to the squad, right? Everybody's done a phenomenal job. Hey, just real quick, man, can we go around, just shout out your podcast, right? Tell everybody when they can catch you.
Oh, for sure.
Conrad?
You want me to go first?
Yeah.
All right, man. This is your boy Conrad. As you know, the Campus Connect crew. You can check us out Mondays, every Monday for our podcast, visual or podcast on YouTube. We're trying to work on our audio right now, but we got the podcast available. So check us out every Monday. I will be dropping things in between. So, check out. Please make sure you like and subscribe to the channel.
Like and subscribe. All right, Miles, what's good?
What's going on, man? It's your boy Miles Austin, MTMV. Look, check out Hard in the Paint. NBA updates are coming weekly. Hard in the Paint, we're looking to do every Wednesday afternoon after NBA Tuesdays. The biggest games come on Tuesdays, and we're going to talk about what that looks like. So shout it out, man. I am Miles Austin on everything. Follow the movement. Follow the team, MTMV. And let's talk about this Hard in the Paint for real. If you got facts and talk NBA, come holla at me, man. I can do it with anybody.
Let's roll. Miss Venora, talk to us.
Venora, also known as Nora Tish, and you can check out my V report every Wednesday afternoon. And feel free to hit me up on social media at Nora_Natish on all platforms.
Awesome. Will Smith, close us out, sir.
What up? It's your boy Will Smith with Red and Bold. I'm your MTMV sports correspondent for your Kansas City football. Chief. I'm talking everything. Peace. Every Friday might be a Saturday. Your boy be doing things, but no, every Friday. Come on, man, check us out, Red and Bold. You know what I'm saying? All about your boy Mahomes, my homeboy. He will be back. He may not win the MVP this year, but he's still gonna ball.
He's definitely not gonna win that MVP. All right, guys. So this is Rick Sincere, MTMV Sports. Hey, y'all have a phenomenal day. Make sure you also go ahead and check out our podcast on Apple Podcasts. We drop weekly, a fantasy show to help people out. It's called Expert Fantasy Football Advice. We give it to you every single week. Go ahead and check that out. And throughout the week, you can hear every single podcast everybody just talked about, right? Plus some extras. Always have an extra interview for you or something that we're dropping on you. It's almost like, I'm just going to be honest with you, it's almost like signing up for a TV subscription. Every single day, you're going to get something new, something fresh, something dope, and you're going to get it from some of the best personalities in all of sports. All right, y'all have a phenomenal day. We out.
Ain't no long top, boy, they know I got that fuego, 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 came up from that bando, ayy, put in work like Rambo, ayy, tell them Gonzalero, you know I got that fuego, that fuego. I got that sauce and that fuego, yeah. Stay with that sauce like Alfredo, yeah. Blessings, they come when he say so. Hold up, hot to my haters, I'm Mano, yeah. I put my homies on payroll, yeah. Placed at the top like a Kanko, I throw the deuce up to silence my enemies. Right through that potato.